Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Detroit Lions and the Seattle Seahawks. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The slot man in motion right. And they'll send the slot in motion left. From the 36, Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Slot man moves right. On third down, here comes Swift. And some space here. Touchdown, Detroit.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0.
Makes the score Lions 7, Seahawks 0.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Let's go now. Panther 11, Panther 11. Mustang 19.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Back to Walker on 1st down.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Walker with another carry. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Myers' kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Pulls it in at the 13.
Khalif Raymond on the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Go off a handoff here to Swift.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. On 4th down, gone. Trying for right, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
After the interception, here's Smith. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
After one, a 14-3 ball game.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
Taken from about the 12. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, it's still in the first half here. A long way to go.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
On second down, Swift.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing on third. Goff.
He'll get this off to Swift.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Pushes past him. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 39-yard line.
The slot man in motion right. Play action. It's Goff. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Slot man moves right.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on 3rd down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Following the penalty, it's Williams.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the counter, here's Williams. Room here to run. Touchdown, Detroit! Detroit.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Seahawks 10. Michael Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first down here at their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. On 1st down, it's Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Boy, 30 more yards and another 1st down. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Let's go now. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Ready?
Now Geno on 1st down. Now wasted time going right back to DK Metcalf. And he will be out of bounds after a nice pickup. And that will also lead us to the 2-minute warning. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. He's got his tight end Fant. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Smith. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass, and the Seahawks have cut it back within a score.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
It feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football. And that's exactly what happened there.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And able to get this out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 1st and 10, Goff. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks him. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. Smith on 1st down. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
Ready, 19 Lions. 18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. Returning right back to Lockett. Now the Seahawks going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing again on 2nd down. Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Again, Smith. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Smith. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Now Smith. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And going right back to Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Straight ahead, Walker. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Smith buying time to his left. Will Dissly from 19 yards away. And the Seahawks have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap and they exploited it.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Taken from about the 12. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. He'll drop this down to Williams. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. The slot man in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line.
But that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Again, Walker. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
Now Smith on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So golden field position there is squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run it again with Williams. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is gone. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. And the slot man goes in motion left. 3rd and long. It's gone. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 77 yards. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at early's opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Walker. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try for the first with Walker. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 64 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
10 yards and a Seattle first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. A lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22.
Throwing now is Geno. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to tie things up in the final minute. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now it's Smith. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. He's hit 3 times already, and this for the win. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they'll be celebrating in Pioneer Square tonight. The Seahawks have won the game.
We all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding the like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbillies. Cubone staying with the lick. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.